At some level, do you feel like with the success you've had that you kind of don't need to talk to guys too much about this week? That you don't need to explain to them how to stay focused on Purdue and not let, I guess, the pageantry of it distract them?
Yeah, and I would imagine that's true with Purdue and talking to their guys as well, and us years to come. Every kid, when you play an Indiana-Purdue game, you know what's on the line. Their records are out the door. It's going to be one-on-one battles, four-quarter fight, and I know our kids are excited, and I'm sure Purdue is too.
We've seen Simon Stepniak play a little bit more, Delroy Baker surface a little bit. How important is it just to kind of get those guys going next year, just given what you're going to lose on that offensive line?
Yeah, no, and again, at all positions, it'll be true to develop some depth. Those guys are getting some great experience this year. They're playing really well for us. And like a lot of positions, sometimes you get forced into playing before maybe you're ready or before you thought you're going to have to play. But that's football, and next man up, and I know they're going to do a great job.
Ricky Jones and Mitchell Page kind of different, I guess, setbacks in their career, but just to see them do what they've done the last 2 years, and just how valuable have both those two been?
Yeah, I'm not sure I can put a value on it, because to me, it's not only the plays they make on the field, but it's the leadership they provide in my room. And it's those guys who can say, when a young kid comes in the room, a true freshman, to say, listen, here's how we go about our business. Here's how we practice. Here's how we study film. You know, those are things as a coach I can't always do. And those kids have been here. They've learned from when we started off. We weren't very good 4 or 5 years ago, and now we're getting better and more competitive. And for those guys to go through that transition is really special. And now for them to leave a legacy of these young guys to carry on, to me, is I'm extremely proud, extremely grateful, and very thankful for all they've done.
How close have you seen them get? Because I mean, Ricky was saying that Mitchell's kind of inspired him in some ways.
Yeah,
just
a lot.
Same way.
A lot.
Ricky with his injuries. And
no doubt about it. I think they both, when they're out there on the field practicing and playing, they both just look at each other and they both feed off each other, and I don't think either one's going to let the other one down. And so it's more so, I don't know off the field how much they hang out, but when they're on the field, when they're in the meeting room, it's a tight group.
And just kind of moving into this game, I guess, what do you guys kind of need to do to get the run game going? Because Coach Wilson mentioned that was kind of the difference against Michigan.
No doubt about it. You know, we're going to keep doing what we do, find different ways to run the ball. But to us, that's a critical part of our offense, and one that we take a lot of pride in. We're going to continue to, again, find ways to move it however it is.
And then Dimitri kind of was talking yesterday about just what he was able to do just being out, and he talked about trying to get Clay Cronk more, I guess, engaged. What has he done that's kind of helped the team while he hasn't been able to actually be on the field?
Right. Well, the main thing, and he's not like Ricky Jones and Mitchell Page. They care a lot. Dimitri cares a lot, and so for him, just to provide leadership, just to be around guys, just to have a look in your eye, and to show kids how to prepare, and really when you're on the sideline, just to be a calming voice, to have a guy just settle down. Here's what just happened. Okay, now don't let it happen again, and let's move forward in the right way.
And then we kind of talked to Coach Allen and Coach Wilson about yesterday, just the recruiting class moving forward. I guess what do you kind of look at in these last few months? I guess what do you kind of need to still address on the offensive side?
Yeah, it's a great question. A lot of things. I think all positions are going to be addressed. I don't know if I need to single anyone out, but every year we're going to try to take a couple guys at each spot. Some years you get maybe a little bit more heavy at a certain position than you do others, but we're going to have to reload with a lot of numbers and a lot of positions, and find the best guys that fit what we're trying to do.
Is it difficult kind of having to wait a little bit so you know when the seniors or what seniors are going to be doing? Because some of these guys might be back for fifth year.
Some of them you don't know. That's right. So yeah, there's always a little bit of a variable that you're not sure about. So we kind of sort of plan both avenues. Have a plan if they come back. Have a plan if they don't, and then you try to fit them in what best you can.